Hello, everyone, and welcome to Paula's Soapbox Post-Emmy Pajama Party. If you watch the Daytime Emmys, we're going to be talking all about that, from the red carpet to the winners and everything in between. Liz is joining me again, so say hi to Liz. Harmit is here. He's Carolina's friend, and he's an actor, so he's joining us for the first time, so we want to welcome him to the show.
Hi, Paula.
And, of course, Carolina, hi. And, of course, Carolina is here again. She is the creator and star of Broken at Love. So, yeah, let's get started, because we have a lot to cover, that's for sure. Okay, so the first thing I want to talk about is the winners, because we made some predictions in our pre-Emmy show about who would win. And there were a few surprises. Liz, you and I talked about the Outstanding Drama Series winner. So we picked that one. It was Young and the Restless.
Yay!
So Young and the Restless won. I would have been happy if One Life to Live had won. We talked about that too because, obviously it was online, and that would have been good credibility for the online soaps.
Exactly.
So, but the Young and the Restless won, so we're happy about that. We also, let's see, Billy Miller won for Outstanding Lead Actor, so that's not really a surprise. We kind of predicted that as well.
Yay!
Let's see, Outstanding Supporting Actress. I was a little bit surprised about that. We talked about the fact that it was probably time for Jane Elliott to win, but actually Amelia Hanley won for Best Supporting Actress. So that was kind of a surprise for me, and I think it was a surprise for her too, actually. Yeah, you could tell she was a little bit taken aback by that win. The Outstanding Younger Actor went to Chandler Massey, which we predicted.
Yay.
We knew that he was going to win. But they played the wrong clip. They did not play his clip on Days of Our Lives. They played the guy that replaced him.
I wondered about that.
Yeah. It's like, how do you do that? Does he look anything like? No, he doesn't. So that was a little
They both
strange.
have light-colored hair. There you go.
Yeah. Yeah. So that was a big blunder at the Emmys. Outstanding Younger Actress went to Hunter Haley King. So that was a little bit surprising, only because I expected Kristen Alderson to win because she won last year.
I was surprised as well. I really was. I mean, obviously, I like her as Summer, but yeah, I was really surprised at that.
Yeah, I assumed that Kristen Alderson would win again, but no, it went to Hunter King. And Outstanding Supporting Actor went to Eric Mortzoff. Caroline, I know you're happy about that.
Yes.
The hot one.
Yes,
Yeah,
Brady
one.
on Days of Our Lives. Yes, the hot one.
The drugged up one.
Right, the drugged up one.
Yeah, drugged up. Oddly enough, though, I was looking at some of the websites, and they showed pictures of the winners, and they must have like a 20-year-old picture of him for the winner. I mean, he looks like this real young boy, and it's like, okay, where did that come from?
He is very young looking. I'm telling you.
But this is even younger. This is even younger.
Yeah, he's what, in his 40s now? Is that what you said, Carolina?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Doesn't look it.
Yeah, I think he's going to be one of those guys that ages really well. So that's good since he's in soap operas that he's, going to age well.
He had a cute moment with his wife, too. I like that.
Yeah.
I like when they acknowledge their wives.
Yeah, that's always a good thing. It's better than the alternative.
Forgetting.
Okay, so Outstanding Lead Actress went to Eileen Davidson, so that was kind of a surprise, but I was glad she won because it's been a while since she was even nominated, and she had never won, so that was good. And let's see, Outstanding Writing went to Young and the Restless, no surprise there since they were Outstanding Drama Series, and Outstanding Directing went to One Life to Live. So,
Yay!
So were you guys surprised by any of the winners?
I still think Christian LeBlanc should have won, but no.
That was a tough category. There were a lot of really good actors in that.
Those flicks were great.
Yeah, there were a lot of good actors in that category. Most of them were from The Young and the Restless. So, that was...
And some of the wins I wanted just on the principle, like Billy Miller, just because he left. I mean, they couldn't work out an agreement. He wanted to work on other projects apparently, and he said that they weren't willing to let him do that, which I just think is totally unfair. And anything that One Life to Live and All My Children won, again, because they were online, I wanted them to win any of the categories they were nominated in. I really wanted them to win.
I was glad they at least won for Best Directing. So, I'm sorry, what?
Eileen Davidson never won before?
That's what I have read. Now, I could be wrong, but from what I read, she had never won. She had been nominated a couple of times, and her last nomination was, I believe, in 1998.
When she played 4 characters?
Yeah, I guess that was when she played the 4 characters on Days of Our Lives. So
yeah. She's good.
Yeah, you would have to be to play 4 characters. I mean, can you imagine? And all of them were very outrageous and
one was a
distinctive.
Man.
Yeah. and what was his name? I can't remember.
He had like an Elvis accent. He was like an Elvis impersonator or some weird thing like that.
Yeah, and then of course there was Susan, and everyone remembers Susan, and I can't remember all of them, but I can sort of remember what they looked like. They all had really weird teeth, and that was
just like the Austin Powers to you.
Right, exactly. That was but she's great in that show. So I was glad she won for that, especially since she's going to The Young and the Restless full time. I'm not sure when her first air date is, but so that was good that she won. Did anybody have any picks for? I guess Carolina, you're the only other one that actually watched the show. So did you have any picks for like best or worst dressed?
Oh, I didn't even pay attention to that. Surprisingly, I didn't.
There was one. Let's see if I can pull it up. There was one dress in particular that I liked. Can you guys see this?
Let's see.
Let's try this.
Oh, there we go.
Do you see it?
I do.
Okay, we'll try to enlarge it a little bit. This was Haley Poulos, who plays Molly on General Hospital, and for some reason this dress stood out for me. I don't know, it was colorful, and there was a lot of black on the red carpet this time, I noticed, and I just thought this was really fun and youthful, and I thought it suited her well. So that was probably my pick for best dress. But I noticed that a lot of the women were wearing black, so all the dresses just sort of blended in together. So that was a little odd, but.
Well, they do say black is slimming, so.
Yeah, I guess that's why. I guess that's why everybody was wearing black. So. For summertime, though, it was a little odd, but what do I know? I don't know that much about fashion, so.
I was distracted by the red carpet host outfits.
Yes.
I did not like them.
Yes,
I did not like them.
We definitely want to talk about them. I'm going to play a couple of clips actually, because that was a big topic of conversation that night. Obviously,
I was trying to do a segue. No.
Right, not segue. Thank you. That was actually a big topic of conversation the night that the Emmys aired. Pretty much everyone was talking about that because there was. That they didn't really seem to know who they were interviewing. It was kind of a big deal. So I'm going to play a couple of clips for Harmonic and Liz since they were lucky and missed out on the red carpet special. So I'll play a couple of clips here, and So just open up the YouTube app.
Okay.
And let's see if I can pull those up. Okay, this was one of the most talked about moments on the Emmy red carpet. This is with Ryan Pavey from General Hospital. Yeah, so that was one of the clips that everyone was talking about. Obviously, with the "we're gonna rape you" comment was not taken well. So yeah, so what did you guys think about that?
That's horrible. Like, she has no real sense of humor. Like, she was trying to be shocking, and
Right. Yeah, trying to be funny. Trying to be funny is not being funny.
Yeah, trying and failing.
Yeah, trying and failing, yeah. Well, that was only two of the hosts. There were actually four, but the two that were out on the red carpet in particular, that one, what's her name, Brittany? Yeah, she had the most, I think, criticism.
Mm-hmm.
Because, you know, Carolina, you and I watched a video clip where she openly admitted that she didn't know who anyone was. And, you know, didn't really seem to care, so that really did not sit well with a lot of people. And I would ask Liz her opinion, but I think we've lost
seen
her.
A hot guy.
I'm sorry, what?
I feel like she's never seen a hot guy.
Yeah, it was, yeah.
Any of them.
It was very, very strange. We seem to have lost Liz. Maybe she left after seeing that clip, I don't know.
She couldn't take it.
She couldn't take it anymore, so she just left. Yeah,
why don't they get a fan or somebody, you know, that knows about the show?
That was the number one complaint, especially since a lot of people who have soap opera websites that have been established for a long time, they had trouble getting credentials to even be on the red carpet.
Yep.
So that was a big thing, because if they had trouble, but they put people on the red carpet who knew nothing about the shows or the people involved in them, and, you know, put them out there and it was fine, and they weren't expected to know anything, then yeah, that was kind of a big source of controversy too. So, Liz, what did you think? We lost you for a second. Did you run out of the room? Oh, I cannot hear her.
I think she's on mute. There.
Yeah, I am now on mute. I'm sorry. We have an electrical storm here, and I don't know if that's affecting my wireless internet or.
It probably is.
So I apologize for cutting out.
But were you able to see the clip?
I was, and my first reaction was, who let the interns host the red carpet event?
Right.
Why did the interns? I mean, that's what they seemed like. They didn't seem professional at all.
Mm-hmm.
And like you said, Paula, they didn't seem prepared. They didn't know who was who, and they didn't know the actors and their roles, and they didn't have that background. But they were just trying to kid around, and their humor was, obviously a little bit inappropriate.
Right,
for that
exactly.
venue.
With the rape comment, yeah, that was, yeah. Well, actually, they applied for this job. They were seeking social media stars, was the word they used. They were seeking social media stars who had a large following and that had experience with interviewing and or experience with social media or something like that. And they picked out 4 people to host the Emmy red carpet because of that. So, and it wasn't required that they knew anything about Daytime or the Emmys, which even if they didn't know beforehand, they had time. They could look up, at the very least, they could look up the names of the actors. What
good is knowing social media if you don't have the content for that social media? I mean, if they don't know these actors, what good is it?
Right. I don't know. I think that they're like style and fashion bloggers or something. Is that right, Carolina?
I have no idea. It
I
didn't
think
seem
that
like that when I looked at their pages. I just want to know how they have followers.
Yeah, and they have a lot.
That's the question.
They have a lot, and they have a lot more now, I think. Even people involved in Daytime are following them now, which I think is, that irritates me because they made it. I know you didn't see the whole show, Liz, but they pretty much made a mockery of the entire genre, in my opinion.
And you know who would have been good as one of the red carpet hosts? Cameron Matheson.
Yeah.
He's on Entertainment Tonight now. He would have been really great.
Yeah. And I thought of him, and that was before I knew that he was hosting for Entertainment Tonight. But why didn't they pick someone in Daytime? They could have picked a former Daytime actor from any show, any canceled show, any current show. They could have picked someone.
The cast of Passions is free.
Yeah. Passions, Sunset Beach.
Oh.
I watched
as the world turns. All my children, one life to live.
Another World, if you really want to take it back.
Oh, I did like that one.
Yeah. Another World was really good. It was canceled way before its time anyway.
Yeah.
So hopefully the audience, if anyone's watching, we may be the only people watching as we're recording, but hopefully they could see that clip too, because we had some trouble with the audio the last time. But hopefully they could see it. I'm not getting any comments, so I'm not sure anybody's watching. Let me see if I'm getting anything from Twitter here.
Hopefully not those little social media mavens.
Right. Well, their ears are probably burning right now. So, but what got on my nerves was the fact that she openly admitted that she didn't know anyone and didn't seem to care. And I'm sorry, but you have time to prepare a little bit before something like that. If you're hosting the Daytime Emmy red carpet, it is a big deal, whether you want to believe it or not.
Yes, exactly. And because it's not just about the soap operas, but you also had, the talk shows, you had reality shows, all the daytime television shows. And so exactly, you would think they were at the spring formal at the fraternity house.
Yeah, or the MTV
and not
Video Awards,
not the red carpet.
Right. Yeah,
I did know Fiona Hughes. Remember that?
Fiona Hughes. Yeah, that's what they said. I'm wondering if they actually did know who she was, or
I'm thinking from Style Network.
Yeah, probably.
Way back.
Yeah, if especially if they were style and fashion bloggers, then yeah, that's probably what they knew her from. But
her expressions were priceless too.
They interviewed Joseph Mascalo, who plays Stefano on Days of Our Lives. I don't know anyone who doesn't know who Stefano is. Yeah, and they introduced him as a Daytime legend. And they were like, well, what makes you a legend? And I'm like, this is Stefano Demira. This is you should know
he can put out a hit on you too. So
right.
Right.
It's like they had no clue who he was. So yeah, that was that was upsetting, you know, and of course everyone who watched was screaming at their computer, and like, don't you know who he is? So.
Now, were these really fashion bloggers, or were they like Instagram models that shouldn't be speaking?
Well, they may have been.
Don't call them models.
Yeah, Instagram, you know, just using the word fashion blogger probably a little bit loosely, but yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think they have YouTube channels too. Is that right?
They do.
Yeah. 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 I know the one does
we're talking
viral.
about hundreds of thousands of subscribers, like.
Right. Yeah, they do viral.
Unless they bought it, I don't know.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing, and I wonder what the demographics are of those people who subscribe to them and who follow them. What are the demographics? Because does it jibe with the people who traditionally watch daytime television?
Yeah. Well, obviously not, or I wouldn't think so.
Probably not.
Yeah. I don't think that this whole thing was to showcase daytime. I think it was more of like a virtual social experiment type thing, just to see, you know, because it wasn't telecast, obviously. So yeah, but yeah, I'm gonna play another clip from that to show you. If I can get it up here. Okay, so this is when they were talking to Tyler Christopher and Maura West on the red carpet. And Tyler Christopher, obviously, he plays Nicholas on General Hospital, and Maura plays Ava, and she was also Carly on As the World Turns. A lot of people will remember her from that role. They assumed that these two were a couple, so that that obviously meant that they did not know who they were. So let's check that out. So that was another clip from the red carpet, Tyler Christopher and Maura West. So, yeah, obviously they didn't know who they were. Yeah, so I see Liz, she's just...
You know, you've got such phenomenal, talented people, and they just don't get it.
Yeah. Yeah.
If they're into fashion, they should talk fashion. And okay, so maybe they don't know who these people are, but talk fashion. But to make these what they think are these witty little comments, it's very debasing.
Yeah. Yeah, it was. And how long was that red carpet? It was like 2 hours or something. So we're talking 2 hours of this, and then they had. And I hate to lump all of the girls in together because they did have two on the inside of the building who they weren't qualified by any stretch of the imagination, but I did feel like they made a little bit of more of an effort than the ones on the outside. And I'm sorry, I don't remember their names. I'm not going to give them free publicity, so I didn't make an effort to remember their names. But yeah, I hate to lump them all in together, but no one there was qualified to be doing this red carpet. So.
Wow.
Well, did any of the stars complain on Twitter, like any of the actors?
Yes, they did. I'm glad you brought that up, actually. There were several complaints on Twitter. Actually, Nancy Lee Grahn from General Hospital was warning her castmates to stay away from the red carpet. So that was one.
Good for her.
Yeah, so that was one. And I know that Brandon Barash, who used to play Johnny Zakara on General Hospital, was also complaining, particularly about the rape joke. He was offended by that. But yeah, there were a lot of stars that were complaining. I know Heather Tom tweeted that one of them called her Jane, and she was like, 25 years in daytime and I'm Jane. So yeah, I think that there was.
It's so sad because the red carpet is so special. And obviously the awards, they're special as it is, but that red carpet, that just what a great way to go into that venue, and they just kind of spoiled it. They just ruined it because
exactly.
For those actors that had to go through that interview, I mean, and just be talked to that way and disrespected.
Right, disrespected, exactly. There was no respect. And that was something that I brought up on Twitter after it was over, was that I cannot believe that they got dressed up for that event. They, they took time out of their schedule, got dressed up, and then they were treated like, with disrespectfully, like you said.
It just doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
They go through all the trouble to have this event and to live stream it, and then to have really amateurs to host this red carpet event. It's beyond me.
And I didn't play this clip, but there were several moments. I know, Carolina, you and I talked about this, where they were cussing on the red carpet. Not really the time or place. If there is a time and place for that, that was not the time or place. So yeah, that was offensive to me because it was, it was like, do they think they're at the MTV Video Awards or, something like that? Yeah, so it was very weird, very strange. I'm sorry, what?
I said maybe because it's online, they thought like.
Yeah, I think it's because it was online. They thought that well, since it's online and we can get by with it, we should do it. But just because something's allowed doesn't mean it's appropriate. So.
But
that's it. Yep.
It's just it's just obvious that they were taking it lightly. And I don't know, maybe they're fans of Howard Stern, because you know what, Howard Stern usually will send someone to interview people on the red carpet and they ask like really bizarre questions.
Yeah.
Right.
So maybe they thought they could be funny as well, but it just I think it was a poor experiment, and I hope next year that the Daytime Emmys make it back to broadcast TV and that they do it right. And I don't think we need a 2-hour red carpet event, unless I think for some of the other award show they put it on like a different channel. It might go on a different channel. So maybe if they do that, but have people who know fashion.
Yeah.
And who know who these people are and can talk to them intelligently.
Yeah, well, every question I think just about that they asked everybody was, "Are you excited for anything tonight?" And it was like,
Hello,
"Well,
gorgeous.
this person." Sorry, go ahead.
And hello, gorgeous.
Hello, gorgeous. Yeah.
Yeah.
What are you wearing? What are you? And, fashion questions are fine. That's part of the red carpet too. But don't just use that as a filler because you don't know who they are.
Yeah.
So. Yeah, it was just not respectful. I'm trying to find Brandon Barosh's tweet about it because he was pretty mad during the broadcast. But yeah, you're right, Liz. We don't need a 2-hour red carpet special, and with this one in particular, it felt more like 4 or 5 hours. So it was very long with no commercials and the streaming. I don't know, Carolina, did you have trouble with the streaming? I had trouble with it walking up a lot. And I noticed other people complaining about that too. So that was one thing about it being online that I didn't like, was that you would be watching and it would get stuck and you would have that wheel turning, waiting for it to come back on. So that was a pain. But I did like that there wasn't any commercials. That was a plus.
Right. But I think I'd rather have the commercials and have it done right.
Right, exactly. Yeah.
Have the budget.
Have the budget, yeah. Yeah, you can tell that there was no budget at all.
But if they put it back on broadcast, but worked it out so that it was 2 hours at the most, so that it wasn't long and would drag out, you might get that audience so that they would have the ratings, so that it would be worth it to them to broadcast it.
Well,
or put it on the Soap Network, the soap opera channel. Put it on one of those channels.
It's not there anymore.
It's not there anymore.
Oh, that's gone too?
Yeah.
They got rid of that too. So that's a whole other issue.
And I missed that because they would rerun old soap operas.
Right. Well, I don't know why they didn't put it on the TV Guide Network. I think there was some talk that they might, because they do air reruns. Well, not reruns, but the same day episodes of The Young and Restless and Bold and the Beautiful. So I'm not sure why that fell through, but that would have been a good network to air the Emmys on. So maybe next year.
I mean, any channel. There's so much filler on TV. You might as well. You think one of these cable networks would pick it up?
I know there's a lot of stuff on TV that is not worth watching. So I'm not sure why this has been treated like.
There's a show on Bravo where people sit on the couch and watch TV, and it's a show. I was just like, you just cut out all this filler and make some room.
Well, I've made the comment before that if someone made a show about watching paint dry, there would be somebody that would watch it.
Right.
So, it's just, there's no accounting for taste, obviously.
No.
But yeah, I think that Brendan Barash made some sort of comment that he would rather, and I wish I could find it, but unfortunately he's posted a lot on his timeline since then. He made some sort of comment that he would rather eat Shaq's belly button lint than to watch those girls on the red carpet. So if that tells you anything about what the stars' reaction was to that show, then
I think who would have made a good host is Chloe from Days of Our Lives, the actress that used to play Chloe, just because she's so stunningly gorgeous.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, Nadia Bjorlin, yeah.
Bjorlin, yeah. She was on that Dirty Soap show, the one that was on the reality show.
Right.
Oh, yeah. I remember that one.
Yeah. Forget her mom. Her mom was funny, too.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about her mom. Yeah, that was a big... that was pretty funny. But, yeah, that was... Yeah, and Kathy Griffin hosted, which some people liked that, some people didn't. I think that you either love her or hate her. I know that Linda Dano, I'm sure, Liz, you remember her from Another World.
Yes.
Yeah, she was not happy with the choice in host, and she was actually encouraging people to write in and complain, because it was just, she sort of treated it like it was a joke too, I thought.
Right, but that's her shtick.
That's her shtick.
If you want Kathy Griffin to host your event, then that's what you're going to get. I mean, look what she does when she's with Anderson Cooper for New Year's Eve.
Right.
You know, she's the same way. She's very irreverent. So that's what you're going to get.
Yeah. Yeah, I think paired with the red carpet host, it was a little bit much. You know, and by the time that the actual show started, everyone was so exhausted. I don't think anyone really cared anymore. Did
you get the sense they were looking down at the actors because, oh, they're just soap actors? Do you
yes,
think that's like
I did. I definitely did. Especially, and if you'll look up the girl in the black dress, I think her name is Brittany. She posted a Vine video about it, and it was even more apparent in that video that she was looking down at the stars on the red carpet, because, you know, that's when she admitted that she didn't know who anyone was there, and pretty much the only person she cared anything about seeing was Kathy Griffin. And yeah, it was just it was offensive.
And
so,
Paula, we had this discussion a long time ago, but my feeling with the daytime soaps, or if you want to call them daytime dramas, if you stuck them on at night and called it, you know, prime time, and just put it on at 9 o'clock at night, you'd get the viewers.
Yeah.
It's just it's a drama that's on during the day, and it's every day, and
yeah.
Those actors deserve the respect, because the amount of, you know, I'm in community theater, and when I've got, you know, maybe 6-7 weeks to memorize a script, and my head's ready to explode. And yet, day after day, especially if you've got a storyline where you're in it every day, and the amount of script that they have to memorize, and the acting, and some of the scenes, and the emotions that they have to put forth, they deserve a lot of respect. And again, though, it wasn't just the soap operas, but it was also children's television. It was also game shows. It was talk shows. It was the morning news shows. And so I think all of them deserved respect for the amount of work that they do, because they truly are consummate professionals, and I admire their work. And just because you don't like one particular genre, you should have respect.
Right.
You really should.
Just for the people who are doing the work, even if you don't like the genre exactly. And, you know, they must not realize that a lot of our Oscar winners came from soap operas. Most of them did. They started out on soaps. So, yeah, to me, they just treated it like it wasn't important enough to be taken seriously, and that's what offended me the most about it. So,
well, hopefully the Academy, you know, gets this, and it learns from this mistake, because it was a big debacle.
I know that a lot of people were complaining about it, and I'm trying to think. The broadcast, I think itself the broadcast itself may have been 2 hours too. It might have been longer. It did seem longer because there weren't commercials. And I'm used to watching the stuff on DVR anyway. I'm used to DVRing it and then fast forwarding past the commercials, and, you know, it goes by a lot faster. But when you're watching it live online, it's very slow. So hopefully, like you said, they'll broadcast it next year, and hopefully it'll be a much better show for it. So,
with all the zillions of channels out there, I'm amazed they couldn't find one channel that would broadcast it.
Yeah.
I mean, not even TNT or TBS, like you said, TV Guide channel, somebody out there.
Yeah. Yeah, you would think. I mean, this is it's not like there isn't anyone interested in this at all. So I'm not sure why, you know, daytime is treated like the redheaded stepchild of the entertainment field. I'm not sure why that is, but yeah, this was just one more example of the disrespect that we've been seeing for a long time. Did we lose Carolina? She's
Is she there?
I don't think so.
I think we have lost her.
I think we lost her. Oh, well, I'm seeing two of her.
Yeah. It's the good twin and the bad twin.
Right, the good twin and the evil twin. Exactly. Well, is there anything that the two of you would like to add, or maybe questions, or?
Well, I just think it's like, it's kind of like when they did James Franco and Anne Hathaway at the Oscars. They were probably trying to get a younger audience, or somebody gets in the boardroom and makes a silly decision, and it just blows up in their face.
Right, right. It's like, hey, I know what we can do. Let's do this, and then it doesn't work. Yeah, that younger audience, you don't always have to go for the younger audience.
Right.
But if you would have found some younger people to do that, and even to host, who are passionate about daytime.
Right.
Because it doesn't necessarily have to be somebody from the soaps, because again, the other genres that are part of the Daytime Emmys. But if you would have found someone, that, again, to host it, that would have been classy and really done a great job with it, and again with the red carpet, and if you're going to act like slime, that's how you're going to be perceived. That's how people are going to look at it. So
yeah, you're right. I mean, go ahead.
And I'm saying, like, there's no such thing as bad publicity. So the sad part is the main girl, the one that was making all the comments on the red carpet, she's going to get so much press out of this for just being a mess. And
probably thousands of more followers because of it, too.
Exactly, right. Yeah, I mean, even if no one knew her name before, they know it now. So, yeah, that's the sad part about it, is that they're going to get famous from this for basically doing nothing. Meanwhile, there's talented people who work hard and would have done a good job doing that, who are not going to get recognized. So,
I just got a text from Carolina saying her computer booted her and it's not letting her connect. I think she's having a wireless issue with her wireless.
Oh no!
Yeah.
Bye, Carolina.
Aw.
I'm sorry you can't get back on. Yeah, I probably got one too. I didn't have my tablet open.
So.
Yeah, she says, I'm here, keeps dropping, but I can see, trying to get back on. So, poor Carolina.
Well, maybe we can try to start a movement that they get it on television, and that they get somebody like a Cameron Matheson to host.
Yeah.
Right.
I think he'd make it. I think he'd just the work I've seen with him on Entertainment Tonight and interviews and things like that. I think he would be a great host for it. Yeah. Or to find somebody who could really lend credibility to the awards ceremony.
Yeah. And one thing that irritated me about this whole thing is the fact that I hope that the stars that were interviewed on the red carpet don't think that everyone that interviews them is going to act like that, because I do interviews too, and is that going to make any social media blogger interviewer seem like they're incompetent?
I think they know enough that they can distinguish, that like you've got your reputation. I think they know enough. I don't think they'll shy away from everyone.
Yeah.
So.
I'm back.
Yay! What happened?
I have no idea. It just wouldn't let me sign on.
Was it your internet or was it the Hangout?
I have no idea, but I'm next to the router now, so.
Yeah, that may have been what it was.
That's what I'm going to do next time. Get closer to my router, I think. So.
Yeah. Yeah. So you could hear everything and you could see everything. Okay. Well, that's good. Yeah, we were just sort of wrapping things up. Do you have anything that you want to add, or any comments, or anything that maybe I missed talking about?
I don't know what I missed. Hopefully next year is better.
Yes.
Yeah, and who knows, Broken at Love might be nominated for an Emmy next year.
Oh, did you talk about that?
It's the first time I'm bringing it up. We did have several shows nominated for, what do they call it, new format or new approaches.
New approaches, yes.
Yeah, and Venice won for that, so that was not surprising, because I think they've won quite a few for that. So, yeah. So, does anyone have anything to add before we sign off? This was kind of a quick show, considering that the last one was 2.5 hours.
Yeah. it all evens out.
It all evens out. Yeah, exactly.
That's right.
No one has anything to add.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'll be doing caption contests later after Love Match. So make sure you stay tuned for Love Match with Carolina Savas.
Ooh. All right.
So
we'll finish off the hour with it.
We'll finish off the hour with that. So, do we need to log out of here and sign on for your show or what?
Yeah, let me set that up for you guys.
Okay.
All right, sounds good.
All right.
Sounds good. Okay, well, thank you all for doing this. This was fun. Harmony, thank you for coming on the show, and I hope that you'll come back and do this with us again. I know that you like Days of Our Lives, so
yay! So do I.
So
I was raised on
I'm not watching it right now, so the two of you can converse about Days of Our Lives, and I'll just sit back and listen. So
well, I watched it a lot as a little boy, so.
Right. Probably not a lot has changed since then, so.
No, Marlena's still there. Stefano comes and goes.
Yeah.
Sammy Brady.
But Sammy is aligned with Kate right now.
Oh.
They're plotting and planning. Oh yeah. Oh, it's good. Things
Kate
are going to
had
hit
the best hair
soon. Yeah.
And Sammy's leaving soon.
Yeah, I'm so sad.
Yeah,
I'm so sad
Sammy's
about
leaving
that.
and EJ's leaving.
Yeah.
So, are they leaving together? I meant to ask you that, Liz. Are they leaving together?
I don't know. But she's pretty mad at him, but he doesn't know that she knows that he was having a little affair with Jennifer's daughter, Abigail.
Right.
So, oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's really good. So and Sammy and Kate are plotting against Stefano and EJ.
Wow. See, I think I could be on Days of Our Lives. I think I could be a Demira. I have that look. I
have that look. I think you could.
No, and Chad, because Stefano's had about 100 kids.
Right.
If you keep count, so you could show up as one because Chad's gone. Of course, Tony was gone. Tony came back for a little while, but he's gone. So yeah, we need another Demira. Yeah, you do. You've got that Demira look.
That
absolutely.
Dark, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, he definitely could. He could be Stefano.
And it doesn't matter what kind of accent you have because they all have different accents.
They're all from all over. Yeah.
Right. EJ has that British accent.
I love his accent. Oh my God.
So like the Elvis.
And Tony is Australian, isn't he? That his accent.
So. Yeah, I
think so. Yeah. Tony was my favorite. Tony and Kristen.
We need to start a campaign to get Harmick on Days of Our Lives as another illegitimate Demira.
Well, let's go for the gold. Harmick should host the Daytime Emmys next year.
Right, exactly.
At least the red carpet. At least I'll know who they are.
Right,
yeah,
exactly.
and you will do it with taste and decorum.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly. We'll keep it classy.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be glamorous. I think that's what the girls miss, that it's supposed to be glamorous and cute and fun.
Well, and they were all dressed up on the red carpet, so it's like, yeah, and I didn't think the hosts were very. I didn't think that they dressed for the occasion either.
Yeah, I was
the dresses were not very Emmy-like.
Yeah.
So, okay, well, we'll wrap this up now. So thank you guys for coming. It was a lot of fun.
All right.
Until next time, stay tuned for Love Match with Carolina Savas, and Liz, you come on over there with us if you want to. So I'll send you a link.
Okay.
So, okay. All right.
All right. See you guys there. Bye.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.